Afternoon, everybody. It is fixing to be 8 o'clock my time. I'm going to throw in a quick post real quick. I had already done a video, and then my husband called, and then he wants me to bring a message out, so thank goodness it happened before I uploaded the video I had just done, so I guess I'm going to have to do this again. My husband, and I didn't know my phone has it, and his phone has it. You know the new tap phones where if they tap, it'll automatically share everybody's information? They're called something where they tap. If you put them together, all my information or his information will flip-flop into the other phone. Well, it had happened once before, and I didn't know it, and I had to take all my information out of my husband's phone. Well, over the weekend when he was here, obviously our phones mated, and all my accounts, my YouTube, my Facebook, my Google, all my accounts tapped into his. And he had just got off the phone and said, "Are you watching the videos?" I went, "What videos?" He's like, "Well, Jen's posted, Mike's posted, and Tracy's posted." Because he don't know Tracy by her name. He just said the blonde with the long hair, long blonde hair. So I pretty much knew who he was talking about. And I'm like, "No, how do you know?" He's like, "Well, your phone mated with my phone again." So he's got all my information. And so he's able to watch the videos through his phone. My YouTube account is on his phone, and he's watching the videos. But and he's able to read the messages of any messages that are put on to my account, any of my videos. Anybody who makes messages, they're popping up on his phone too. And so, and it is funny, but in a way, this is why I had to stop the post and redo it. He watched where I ended up letting everybody know about my husband and how he's sick. And he did watch, Jen, he did watch your video last night through his phone by accident, since our phones mated over the weekend without us knowing it again. And first he wants to say he wants to say thank you for everybody who is praying for him right now, because right now it went from throwing up to now he's throwing up both ends, if you get my meaning. So he's vomiting through both ends at the moment. He is trying to keep some crackers down and everything, maybe some toast, so he's not dehydrating from going off both ends. So he wanted me to say thank you to everybody who is praying for him to get better. Second of all, this one is going to Jen. This is from my husband to Jen. And I don't think you know this, Jen. And I guess I'm going to let the cat out of the bag because my husband told me to say this. Okay. And I'm going to tell you now. First, my post I made this morning. Yeah, this morning. I am so sorry. I did not mean to make you cry. It was not intentional. And yes, I was a loss for words, and I can't explain the relationship we have and how much you've helped me. But I'm so sorry it well, not upset you, but made you emotional and cry. And I am sorry. And I mean that in a good way, because that was not my intentions. And that's my phrase from that video that you posted last night, that my husband watched today, this afternoon, because, you know, he slept all day in between that and the bathroom. So now the next thing I'm fixing to say is from my husband Leon, that you've all seen before, is going straight to Jen right now. Whether you know it or not, he does watch everybody's YouTube posts, vlogs. When he comes home, he does go on YouTube. He watches his man things, you know, his motorcycles and yurts and small off-grid small cabins and all this good stuff. But he does watch my community videos, not my videos. Jen, Bill, Tracy, Mike, Lyme Laney, Teresa, Lyme AZ, Kimber. He watches them. He watches them. And yours popped up, well, last night, obviously, in his phone, but he watched it today. And he was as concerned as I was and so many others. And he told me to tell you, you are a strong woman. Don't give up. You better keep fighting. And don't make him have to hunt you down. Now, I know my husband, so. But he said, that's what he said for me to tell you, Jen. Don't give up. You better keep fighting. And he will find, don't make him find you. So, he was concerned too by watching it today. So, that's why this post just had to be completely renewed. Alright, now we're going to get to, I'm glad you seem to be going up the Sunshine Hill, Jen. I am. I'm glad. Again, I'm sorry I didn't mean to make you cry from my post. Bill, I've still not seen a video from you in a while, and I know you have class or school, so that's understandable. Tracy, I'm in the middle of watching yours right now. You're the only other person I know of that has went through the eye of the needle with cancer and came out, and now battling Lyme disease. And I agree. I will say this right now. I don't know which is worse. Fighting cancer and having a chance of dying, or having Lyme and having it chronic, and it's really hard to ever find remission. So, but yet if you do your research, Lyme and cancer are almost going hand in hand, except for two small, minuscule little things. Other than that, Lyme and cancer are identical twins. Do your research on that. So I'm still watching your video. Mike, I just finished your video. See, I'm going to have to play it like you play it. I'm going to have to watch my P's and Q's, dot my I's and cross my T's, because I know who they are, and nobody else does. But I'm going to put it like this. If you want to thumbs us up, you want to have a say into this community and have a voice, put a picture to your subscription, and don't be trolling just because you're wanting to check out what your, whether it's your best friend or your spouse or your husband, your wife, or whatever is doing, and seeing if you could catch them doing something they're not supposed to be doing. So, put a face to your little red play button. That is thumbsing up everything I've said to everything I have commented to all my subscribers or all their videos. I'm getting a little thumbs up by a little red unknown subscriber with a little red push play button. So, if you want to be known, put a name and put a face to your unknown subscription. I mean, honestly, I do agree with him. There doesn't need to be jealousy with this community. This community has no love. Now, listen, I'll explain it as I go. This community is not lusting over each other. When I say we don't love each other like, that kind of love. We love each other as a family that has come to. We are a family in our own rights. Because we get it because we got it. And without this community, I don't know if we could. This community is what keeps and holds us together. And we can lean on each other. We get advice. We get strength. I message Jen. I message Mike. I message Bill. I message Jenna and Tracy. And they do the same back to me. It's not a one-way street. We all do it. We all check on each other. We all have given our numbers and our addresses out. Not because we want to do Dear John, I love you, or Dear Jane, I love you letters. It's for us to be able to keep tabs on each other. If, hey, they haven't vlogged in 2-3 days, we need to find out what's going on. So there shouldn't be jealousy from an unsick spouse to any of the community, towards any of the community, because we are here. We are fighting this battle alone. We are fighting this disease alone. Whether they get it or not, they don't have it. Yes, I do praise my husband. I do. I'm blessed by having such a good husband who does have the understanding. But yet he gets it, but he ain't got it. So some things he don't get, and I've got to lean on my community, as well as my community leans on us. Um, there is no jealousy. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, I will admit, yes, Mike Fives has talked to my husband on more than one occasion, because I remember the last occasion I got up and left him and my husband talking FaceTime. I don't know where I went. I just left the men to talk FaceTime. My husband does know I talk to anybody who wants to talk to me, no matter how we communicate. He does want me to communicate with my community when I'm by myself, so I don't get into that deep depression mode when I really need to talk. So he has no issues. He has no trust issues. He's not jealous. Nothing. None of that. And I'm grateful for that. And I mean, and with my husband telling me to have his own phrase or saying to Jen, and his own saying of he thanks everybody who's praying for him being sick right now, shows there is no trust or jealousy towards anybody in this community. So yes, I talk to Mike Fives a lot. I've talked to Jen a lot. Me, Mike, and Jen have FaceTimed each other. I know Bill wants to do it, but he's not really figured it out yet. And I know me, Mike, and Jean Alice have done it. I've talked to Charity, and Michelle Lindsay. So, I mean, it's not just me talking to Mike, or Mike talking to me, or Mike talking to just Jen. There's nothing going on. It's just sometimes we've got to talk to our Lyme community because our spouse really won't get it. And if there is too much butting heads, the relationship isn't going to work. If me and my husband constantly butted heads over everything because of my illness, I'm going to just say, yeah, I'd be better off alone. Because all that's going to do is put more stress upon your illness that you don't need. So I agree with Mike on that, and I really, really do. I also say, yes, Mother Nature is off her rocker. I really do. But I don't want her back on her medication, because that means she'll remember what season it is. So, But other than that, guys, hopefully you found your shimmy, your shake, your sprinkle, your sparkle, or your silver lining. My silver lining was seeing Jen seems like you're starting to get up to the sunshine. I really am. I'm blessed. That makes me happy. Again, sugar, I did not mean to make you cry this morning. I'm so sorry. But I'm an emotional wreck too, and I cry over a drop of anything too, but I just try and keep it to myself. But yeah, if you want to be a part of this community, please let your face and your name be known. Don't be trolling around, thumbsing it up unidentified. Let us know who you are. Be part of the community. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to have our disease. You could be a spouse who has a sick spouse, who has a spouse who has Lyme disease, or what chronic illness they may have. And you may be a spouse that wants to vlog about what you're going through, your side of the story. Because your spouse is not wanting to blog about their health, but you're needing to get out how you're feeling, what you're going through, or ask questions to this community that can help you, give you some clarity and answers to help your spouse who is battling it. So you don't have to be chronically ill to be a part of our community, but you do need to have a face, and you do need to have a name to be a part of this community, because I'm not going to talk to someone who I don't know. That's just a little red play button. Unknown subscribers. But I know who you are. So come clean. Put a name and a face to it. That's all I'm going on that subject. far as I'm going to that. You know, but I don't know, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could say right now, and I could really say some things and get some clarity out here of a lot of no face, no name trollers out here. I could really let you know who a lot of them are. But I'm not. It's not my place, because you've not really... I have better dignity than that at the moment, because I could be really hateful. Really hateful, and I don't want to be that person. So I'm better than that. But put in face, put a name to your little red dot play button. Be part of our community. I don't care if you're Jen's husband, my husband, Mike's wife, Bill's invisible girlfriend. I'm sorry, Bill. Or whoever. You don't have to be sick, but you can be a part of the community with a name and a face. Not trolling around. But other than that, guys, God bless you. And again, my silver lining today was seeing Jen, knowing and seeing that Jen sees improvement. And she's not as, I know she's still not, she's still there and she's low, but she's not as low as she was last night. And that is my silver lining, because I do worry about my community a lot, and I pray for my community a lot. My husband prays for my community a lot, as you all well know, because I had to redo this video. So, yes, I'm very connected to this community. And again, anybody who wants to Google Hangout, you can go to Google Hangouts and look my name up. It's the same name as it is on my YouTube subscription. Or you want to Skype, it's the same name as my YouTube subscription. You want to go to Facebook and FaceTime me, same name as my Facebook YouTube subscription. Anybody can come and join the conversation, or if there's nobody else there and you just need to talk, that's Jen, that's Bill, that's Teresa, that's Tracy, that's Mike, that's... Oh, well, I already know I've talked to Jean, Alice, and a lot of you guys I've talked to, so you can come to me anytime, just like I know I can come to you. So it works both ways. So remember that. I am out there to talk to this community if they want to. If there's other things outside of Lyme you just want to open up about and need to get out off your conscience, it is safe to discuss. Because I will guarantee the community, when we FaceTime, what we say stays there. It don't come on here unless that person who spoke about it discusses it. So your information and what you say is not going to come from that. Leave that group when you say it. I mean, including if you have neurological Lyme, like pretty much all of us do, we forget what you said anyway. So there's really no worries. I mean, we're all walking around with no memory, so it's safe. But other than that, guys, God bless you. I love you, and I'm there if you need to talk. I just gave you my information of how to get a hold of me if you do. God bless and good night, guys.